Okay, this lesson is entitled Stay Circumspect. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and Shalom to the believers, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. All right. So this is going to be a short lesson, just a warning lesson to stay circumspect. Circumspect meaning looking all around you, okay, and being mindful of what's going on around you, because for two reasons. The FBI has been on alert for a terrorist attack, a black swan event to happen at any time, and we know that they're allowing criminals over here, okay, from all nations, okay. They're coming over here, so it even gives you more understanding that you need to be watching and being alert, okay. We just had this weekend on the 15th in Detroit. Someone came up to a swimming pool, but it wasn't a swimming pool, a splash pad in Detroit, and wounded 9 people this weekend on the 15th of June. So you need to stay circumspect. But I'm just going to show a video that about a plot against us Israelites, the Negroes, Muslims, and the small hats. But mainly he was targeting us. All right. So just give a listen. Jacob's trouble draws near. Jacob's trouble is drawing near. A man wanted to start a race war, connected it to the presidential election, needed to make sure he did it before the general presidential election in order to make it, well, successful. Put up a picture full of masks. Hell of a background, a lot of twists and turns. This is the reality that we're in. An Arizona man was arrested in May for planning a mass shooting in Atlanta targeting African Americans in the city. He did this, he wanted to start a race war according to the allegation. Mark Adams Prieto was accused of selling rifles to people to provide weapons to begin a race war ahead of the 2024 presidential election cycle. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, he was indicted Tuesday by a federal grand jury. They looked at the evidence and said indicted, following a much-long investigation by the FBI and his arrest in mid-May. An affidavit submitted in court by members of the task force led by the FBI in Phoenix, Arizona, detailed how the investigation began in October of 2023. Let me give you the background. According to the affidavit, a reliable source reported that a man later identified as Prieto, quote, expressed a desire to incite a race war prior to the 2024 United States presidential election, end quote. The affidavit says the source told FBI agents that they'd spoken to Prieto at various gun shows over 3 years, eventually including political conversations. During the past year, his comments became, quote, suspicious and alarming, according to the affidavit, quote, including advocating for a mass shooting and specifically targeting blacks, Jews, or Muslims. Source told the FBI agents that Prieto believes that martial law will be implemented shortly after the 2024 election, and that a mass shooting should occur prior to the implementation of martial law.
So did you hear that? Okay, so this is just one of the incidents happening in 2024. All right, and we do know we have that influx of migrants coming in from around the world. Okay, from the Middle East and everywhere. Okay, so it's inevitable that there's going to be a black swan event or a catastrophic 9/11 type event that's going to go down. And the Lord has told us about Jacob's trouble, a time like no other on the planet Earth. So that's what this video is for, just to give you a reminder of what's happening, all right? And that we're drawing close to this time that people are thinking of these terrorist plots, okay? Ephesians 5:14. Wherefore, awaketh thou that sleepeth, and arise from the dead, and the Mashiach shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is to destroy Babylon the Great and set up his people and rule. So you got to understand that in order to bring this forth, it's going to have to come through violence, okay? Because the way this nation came in was through violence. So it's going to go out through violence, all right? All right, let's go to Sirach 39:28. So the Lord is raising up those spirits of vengeance, all right, to bring forth judgment. All right, Sirach 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So the Lord has these spirits created for vengeance to bring forth judgment. All right. So that's what was on this guy. He wanted to kill a lot of Negroes, and small hats and Muslims. All right. We go to 2 Esdras 8:50. Second Esdras 8:50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Okay, so the Lord is bringing judgment. We know that this is Pride Month as well. Okay, where wickedness is at an all-time high. All right, it's June. Okay, Pride Month. So many great misery shall be done to them that in latter times shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Okay. Jeremiah 30:5-7. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling of fear and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. So it's going to be a time of trouble that's going to affect the 12 tribes of Israel on a massive scale. Okay, and we can see with this video is not something that's far-fetched, okay? Because this man sit here, he plotted to murder a lot of people. He wanted to go to concert venues, rap venues specifically, and just gun people down, okay? Here we go to Daniel 12:1. That goes along with this. All right. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So it's going to be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. So that's going to be, it's going to top, the times of our forefathers in slavery, the time of 70 AD when they took the stakes, and the Romans, they took the stakes, the so-called Greco-Roman Empire. They took stakes and put them around Israel, palisades, and kept the people from being able to leave and go out and get food, and the people starved to death. Then they stormed the place and murdered the people, by the sword. So it's going to be worse than that, okay? So that's what the Bible is saying here, that it's going to be worse than that. It's going to be a time like no other, never before seen, all right? Second Esdras 16:68 through 74. And it reads, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. And that could be the MOTB, the RFID implant, okay, in order for you to be able to eat. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision. Let me read that again. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. And that could be these some of these hired people that they brought over here to become soldiers, all right, when they crash this economy, okay? All right, they, to probably bring things under control, all right? They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall cast and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Verse 73, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold is in the fire. Verse 74, hear, O ye, my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. So the Lord is telling you it's going to be a time of trouble. It's going to be a great insurrection in the earth. They're going to take away your goods out of your houses, cast you out of your house. Okay, all right. You've seen those movies, right? Well, there you go. Martial law hit. There's no, you don't have no rights. Okay. Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So this wisdom that we're gathering here is a protection for us, okay, for these evil days that are coming. All right. And the Lord is he puts a hedge of protection around. He's going to put a hedge of protection around his servants. All right, so that they'll be able to eat during that time, because the only way that you're going to be able to eat during the time when they institute this MOTB, beginning with the digital ID, is to have it. If you don't have it, you're not going to be able to get what you need. All right. All right. So we go to Isaiah 5 verses 4, where he put up a hedge of protection around Israel, and then he took it away. All right. And then it's prophesied that we would 70 AD will happen. That's what happened. All right. That's what this is describing. Okay. Isaiah 5 verses 4. What could I have done more to my vineyard that I had not done it? Because the Lord views us as his pleasant plant. He describes us as his olive tree and as his grapevine. All right. So what could have, Isaiah 5 and 4, what could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought it forth wild grapes. And now go to, I tell you, what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the hedge thereof, that protection. He's going to take away the protection. This is going to be done again during Jacob's trouble. I will take away the hedge thereof, and it shall be eaten up, and break down the wall thereof, and it shall be trodden down. And that's what's going to happen. Okay, the Lord, that's the reason why the Lord gave such a long grace period for Jake to have time to repent and return back and get this knowledge. All right, because once this judgment is issued out, it's going to be over with. Okay, whoever have got the knowledge, whoever seek the Lord is going to have it, and the rest, they're going to be trodden down. That's what this is saying. The rest of Israel. Okay. It's called judgment. All right. All right. And I end with Psalms 91 and 1 on down, which saying the same thing. All right. Psalms 91. Because you're going to need that hedge of protection from the Most High. All right. During this time that's coming upon the earth. Psalms 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai, He is my refuge and my fortress. My power, in Him will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wing shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday, which tells you there's going to be a wasting, which wasting we know is missile strikes, right? 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, which tells you there's going to be a judgment for the wicked, and it's going to include righteous Jake, the Israelites, along with the rest of the wicked, and other nations, right? Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. So you're continuing to seek the Lord. Okay, let me read that again. Because thou hast made the Lord, whose name is Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Okay, you stayed into the word, okay, and seeking the Lord. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against the stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and dragon shalt thou trample under feet. And what's the reason why the Lord's going to do this? Because he has set his love upon me. Okay. You the children of Israel, because he has set his love upon me. Therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. Okay, so stay circumspect, looking around. Stay out of these big, large venues, these concerts and stuff like that, because they being targeted. Shalom.